Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you had a good day despite the market being a bit of a nightmare today. It definitely was really volatile. I saw a lot of people complaining about the market conditions overall. You know, if you have the right plan, it's not that bad. So, a couple of strategies that I'm using. One is selling futures options with Lance from thetatraders.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. That's something that just is completely immune to these types of days, and you can just chill and know that your money is still safe and still making money for you. So definitely check that out, thetatraders.com. There's a 7-day trial. I think you'll really enjoy the strategies that really help on days where if you're buying options, you might find that things are a lot more choppy, a lot more difficult, a lot more fake outs, and just harder to make money overall. That being said, today was a fantastic day for my new favorite algo, which is Algo Pro. You guys have been watching the channel for a while know that I test out these algorithms or indicator systems where they imprint the indicator on your chart. And Algo Pro has a deal going on at the moment for $180, and so that's lifetime. It's access to all of their stuff, so I bought it, and it's fantastic. It's one of the coolest tools I've ever used. I think for the price, it is unbeatable, and I'm getting the same sort of feedback from all you guys in my communities, so they are purchasing this as well, so it's really cool. I love seeing all the positive feedback on this stuff as well. So today I thought what I'd do is go through a trade that I did and kind of talk a little bit about it, talk a little bit about the unspoken reality really, which is what do you do when you're looking at stock charts on TradingView, which is what Algo Pro does, and you want to trade options on those charts. And so most people are doing that, right? Most people are not trading stocks, they're trading options using the stock charts. And so somebody brought it up, and it's like, yeah, you're right. I just never thought about it. But people that are new to this might be looking at something, say, on SPY, like this, and they're seeing the prices of SPY on the left here, and they're like, well, how is Russell managing to, make 50% if SPY only moves, $3? so, so it's a good question, and it's one that is it's obvious if you've done it and you're an options trader and things, but it's not so obvious if you're new to this whole thing. So I thought I'd use my trade example today, not only to illustrate the indicator of the Algo Pro in action, but also just to show like roughly the thought process behind what options that I picked for this trade and how you go about converting from the numerical stock or underlying values to the options. And this is by no means like a definitive guide. This is just what I do. It's just a rough guide. Some people go further out of the money, the different strikes and things. This is just my thought process. And it works relatively well for day trading. When you get to swing trading, the time frames all change and everything. So what I'm about to talk about just now is just this intraday trade that I did on SPY with Algo Pro. So if you look up the top left here, you can see this is a 3-minute chart. I found that the 3 and the 5-minute are good on Algo Pro, especially on SPY, even on choppy days. They're not brilliant, they're not the best, but they do work. I prefer the longer time frames, but if you're going to take an intraday chart trade, which these days I don't have much time to sit and watch things, something like the 3-minute or the 5-minute works really well. And so you can see there's a couple of signals here. The first one I didn't look at. It's just chance. It really didn't go anywhere. It would have been a loss, right? It would have been buy here and then sell here for a loss on here, which doesn't matter because you're going to get losses. What does matter, however, is this next trade, which started around lunchtime, so Central Time. You can see on the right here, this is market close, which is 3 p.m. Central Time. So this trade signal started around lunchtime Central today. And you can see it marked with this entry signal at 431.55. And so the big question here is how to play this, right? So you have a stop loss up here, and sometimes this will bounce back and forward and then break down nicely. Sometimes it will go straight up and take out the stop loss. This case, it was kind of hit or miss. It started to really take off. I held off a bit. I was like, I don't know about this. This feels like it's going to be a failed trade. I waited for it to come back down to the entry line, which of course is still marked. And these are 3-minute candles. And this is where I took my position as it broke down through this entry line. So we'll try and zoom in a little bit. So it's kind of like, just imagine if you're breaking resistance, you're looking for that weakness. Otherwise, you get a bounce, which is what happened here. And you go back up here. And I actually said in my Discord, like, you can see this is the chart here today. This was this move that you can see. I said I'm going to take a stab at this short right here, and so of course this is a short sell. So you're betting that this is going to continue down because it says sell. So you're betting that this is going to continue down. Here are the different profit targets. One of the things that I realized is I didn't really have enough time by the end of the day for this thing to really get down to the other profit targets, right? It'd have had to really drop hard to get down there. But at least it made it to the first one, right? That's always a good start. And so you've got to be aware of the time of day. It's really important, especially when you're picking the options that you're going to trade. So for example, you want to pick puts. So when you're picking puts, you're basically betting that the price of the underlying, in this case SPY, is going to go down. And so of course I bought some puts right here, betting that they would go up in price as the SPY dropped, which is exactly what it did. And the question that people always have is, well, what puts did you buy? What expiration? What strike? All this type of stuff. And that could be a whole lesson in itself, and it's really not my place to give a lesson on the Greeks and the dynamics of options. Are extremely complicated. They're very dependent on a lot of different variables. So basically what I'd like to say at this point, just for this trade, is this example. Because we're halfway through the day, I'm not going to pick a strike where the option expires the same day. So I don't want to have an option that's so volatile that within 2 hours it could expire worthless. Or, it's just crazy. So a lot of people are playing 0 DTE or 0 day state expiration options. And it's just not, I do play them, but I play them in the morning usually. This one, I took one that was 2 days out, just to get that cushion, because theta decay will basically kill you, right? As this comes down, if you do. So theta decay is time decay, where options lose value as time goes on. So you don't want to pick them too close to expiration. So I took them for the 20th, so a couple of days out. So not super, chilled out, but also, just kind of just in the right sort of place, a couple of days out. So that's the first question that people have. So this is Thinkorswim. So I looked for these ones right here, the 430s. I think it was the 430s. Let me just double check. The 431s actually, October 23rd. Well, 20th of October. So 2 days from now. So let's go to the actual options. Let's see. Not shown. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Basically, all I do is I go to at the money, and so that there were 431s. These ones around here, if you look at the column delta, that's how much the puts on this side will change relative to the underlying stock, in this case SPY. So SPY goes down $1, the options for these puts, the options will go up half of $1, 0.5. So if it was 1-to-1, it would be delta of 1. So you can kind of look at the chart and see what happened in terms of the options that I purchased. So these put options. So let's go back to the chart. Hopefully I'm making this clear. So if you buy at 431.55 and then you sell $2 down, so 430, 429, roughly $2, right? That's $2 change in SPY, but you're only getting half of that for the options. So you're getting $1 change in the option price, if that makes sense. And it might sound complex if you're not used to it. If you're used to it, it's trivial, right? But so basically, what you can do is you can go and look at my, let's see where it is, here. At my prices. So this was the 431 puts that I bought at that breakdown line on the algo at 211. And then I sold at 323.2, which is about a 50% gain or $1 in price value on the options. And that's because of that 0.5 delta. So SPY dropped $2, my options went up $1. So 0.5. which is fantastic because you go from 2.11 to 3.23, which is a 50% roughly increase in your SPY puts, which is awesome. And I had a decent sized position, so that was $3,375, which was an awesome, awesome little play, especially since we only got to target number 1, which is really cool. So hopefully that makes sense. And I really like this tool. I think a lot of other people are really enjoying it. I know that a couple of guys in the Discord are making money on it every day. And hopefully if you're completely new to options and you want to try this, that this kind of makes sense to you. So you want to go away and you want to Google Delta for options and also just expirations for options, right? So you don't want to be doing the same day if you're not in for a rough ride or an exciting ride. You want to take maybe a couple of days out or a day out or so if you're doing a day trade, and if you're swing trading, you want to take a couple of weeks out in expiration too. So there's tons of information out there to learn more about that, and hopefully that'll be helpful. But it shows how a move on the Algo Pro can really add up, especially if you go in with conviction on it. And if this was to continue to drop, you know, I joked with somebody in the Discord that this could have been new car value money by the time it gets down to here, which would have been really cool. So yeah, hopefully it's helpful. I know that loads of guys in here are making money doing it. I think something that, you know, if you want to come and join our Discord, I think could be a lot of fun. It's called Sidekick Traders. I'll leave a link to join. We charge a minimal fee, but loads of people are making money in here using this and a couple other strategies. Bill just made another $100 in SPY. This guy is 100% win rate with Algo Pro. So he's made enough, probably 10x the cost of what it costs to buy the Algo Pro system. So it's really worth it. If you want to check out the article, I'm trying to update it as much as I can, the more I learn. And it definitely has the best links to buy. I always have the up-to-date prices here. Sometimes they change a little bit. So you can come here and just click on the Algo Pro indicator and system and check out how much it is. Hopefully it doesn't go up too much more. I would definitely, if you're going to buy it, I definitely act fairly quickly though, just because it's something that it's discounted from like $1,200 down to, it was 150 and now they've gone up to 180. So my worry is it's going to continue to go up and up in price, which is still worth it, but obviously the better price you can get, the better, you know, for these things. So yeah, and on this page you can find a lot of other resources I love. I love Bullseye Trades. I also have a free course which is really cool where you can learn how to win 90% of your trades in 90 seconds. So you can check that sort of stuff out as well. I also like I said, theta traders. I think I like to put my winnings from things like Algo Pro into selling options, in particular futures options. And this is very lucrative and very passive as well, so it's really fun. So hopefully this video has been helpful. And let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you guys soon.